What's going on, guys? It's Noah just checking in. It dawned on me recently that I haven't done a video regarding depersonalization and derealization in a while. If you don't know what depersonalization, derealization is, then why exactly are you watching this video? Just kidding. Maybe you're watching for someone else. That was rude. I will put a link in the description below that takes you to a site that'll explain what depersonalization, derealization is, but in a very, very layman's way of saying it, it's like being stuck in a deep fog in like a dream-like state, and it can make you feel crazy and make you feel scared, and it's very terrible. So the video today, the topic I want to talk about is a tip for coping with depersonalization, derealization, and it's something I've known forever, and it's something I should have shared with you a long time ago, but I mean, I do the best I can with this channel. So my tip to you today, if you're suffering from depersonalization, derealization, on how to cope with it, is to avoid masses. To avoid big crowds, avoid busy environments. Depersonalization is comorbid with anxiety, okay? So when your anxiety goes up, the depersonalized feeling always gets worse. Some people, a very rare few people, have depersonalization as its own specific thing, but most people, they have the two together. So if you can keep your anxiety in check, and if you can keep the amount of stimulus that's going into your body in check, it can really help with the symptoms and the severity of your symptoms with depersonalization. So when I was at my worst, like really bad off, just going outside and being exposed to a much larger environment where the input was significantly greater than, let's say, my kitchen, it made my depersonalization worse. It was like my body was putting out a defense mechanism that, of course, only made me worse, but it's like it thought something bad was happening. So I have read and I've been led to understand that depersonalization is actually a defense mechanism. It's your body's way of protecting you from what it believes to be a threat. So when you're really bad in your depersonalization, a threat is going to be a busy environment because it's a lot to process. And when you're in a deep fog, when you're in a dreamlike state, trying to process a bunch of people at the mall, for example, or a horrible, what's like a sports event, or God, even on a smaller context, it's just even being in giant wide open spaces, like a shopping, like a grocery store or something, it makes things worse, and it causes those feelings to amplify, which is scary and overwhelming and frightening. So my tip to you is to, when you can, avoid being in really hectic, busy situations. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a simple acceptance and realization of your limitations right now. It won't always be this way. Before, I used to wear sunglasses to go into Fred Meyer's because if I wore the sunglasses, it just made it easier to handle the lights, it made it easier to handle the people, and it made it easier for me to feel more safe. And so that's a tip also. That'll probably be a different tip. But the point is, little bits at a time will come, and you'll see that with time it will get easier, because I am the firm believer that whatever malfunction is happening in your brain that's causing you to feel this way, it can be corrected. Time is the greatest healer as long as you're doing the next best thing for your mind and body every single day. So that's my little tip. Avoid those stressful situations. Go into them as you can, but be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself, and realize that with time you'll be able to be in them again. You just have to be mindful of where you're at right now. There's nothing wrong with that. So for me, I do really well indoors, and then as time's gone on, I get better and better. And so I almost went from being like agoraphobic, now I feel like I can be social and functional again, and it took me a long time, but I made it to where I'm at now. I hope to make it even further, and so can you. Check out healingfromdepression.com if you'd like more information in general about dealing with and handling mood disorders. There's a ton of resources. The man who runs the site is Douglas Block, a good friend of mine, as well as someone who's helped me. He's an author and a great counselor, so check that out. Hang in there, be brave, and just we'll get through it one day, 1 minute, 1 hour at a time. I'll do another video soon, guys. Take care.